The finance minister must come here. He can't live in the comfort of his office and be making announcements.
Let me give the floor to
Mr. Speaker, very well. He can be making announcements in his office and leave the House of Parliament.
I mean, no, your announcement, most of your press conference, you need the same thing.
Why you are working free?
Mr. Speaker, you took a facility, $350 million to rehabilitate 156,000 hectares. The money was spent, the money got finished, they only rehabilitate 40,000 hectares.
And you leave such a burden to the NDC administration, and we are taking pragmatic steps to solve the problem. The least you can do is to commend the Mahama administration. If you can't do that, excuse me, Mr. Speaker, you shut up. What the minority leader is doing is a clear indication that today's attempt to use cocoa farmers to do politics failed.
He wants a second chance.
So he wants a second chance.
What? Parliament of Ghana and Tokyo Boo. Hey, MPP ni NDC for Kochia Parliament. Biana. Kanga say a issue a national interest. Oba say MPP for the nam left. NDC the nam right. Now they are in a fighting. On cocoa issues. Afenyo markets need the minority side in Parliament. Omi MPP for say Yan can't say Binyako. Neda hono, me see, dear Namudia, say, according to Alexander Afenyo Markins, minority leader, or say this is a serious national issue. The finance minister must come here. He can't stay in the comfort of his office and be making announcements. When is my Afenyo Markins? Any man NDC for now. And this was all my reply. Honorable Samson Ahi, oh yeah, a friend is saying, Bodi blames management by COCOBOD under the previous administration for the current cocoa crisis. Or say nobody should blame the mismanagement by COCOBOD under the previous administration for the current cocoa crisis. Nobody says a minority for them, and a papa no for them. Now I know. Ana majority leader ese MPP message na asan muni campaign message bia kwano wa sile na meti menya time a prepare message na munya ase mesu koko issue wi abejandam na mo ana mo yede kofar bai ho some problem na esi ni na unim say John Dramani Mahama o 50 acres of cocoa papa no do osinti kuafu yey musika na ya tete so no also dey atete so enti cocoa farmers mama yeni na yembe with the necessary step the finance minister Dr. Atufosen edima yem say sana papa no the nje also be die 2028 no hey 50 acres of cocoa chama yin nekodo minority in parliament e won semka na sansem no emi se yenim se sa problem nada wa ale na NDC for year no omani kan kire Ghana for etwema crisis isi wie yansa MPP for kasa no afa na mo kan ada na mo protect MPP for sa Afenyo Markins I scratch your back you scratch my back no omunye nyaaye omoye de nti afena na mo kontokwa against mo no now we problem na man can't no. Why the service to the country? Why a naked truth our Oldboga trends? For comments to comment section as identity and I feel a minority any majority air cook a crisis no. Ah na no creda ho man can't aden. Ntiase. What you say teacher mu. So so ntiase abusame. Come ho yembusa question no. Say identity. Why you don't subscribe, like it, na share mo nya eso enye bi enhwe di no e ba ko pe Maxi Billian Alexander Afenyo Marcus Afenyo, a minority leader in parliament. Or say, daughter Ato forcing, no, Nadwin say Ghana for ye Ato is forcing. Ato is forcing. And to wait to go pen the office be at na air condition bono ho. Meanwhile, yet one of an air announcement to say, cocoa farmers or musica yet so the 50,600 about 2,500. Omra Parliament makes such a more way in any annual penny baby at now. Oh, now you said Ghana Parliament and their own. Ndi Munganchano. Baby will be on scene through. I'm not church and parliamentarians. Now, Omuhian church the moon.
Surrogate that cabinet decision. Mr. Speaker, we cannot abandon the cocoa farmers of this country.
Leader.
You take away 10 million from their earnings.
Leader, thank you.
Mr. Speaker, I need the majority leader to assure this House that he will bring his finance minister. He is the first among his equals in cabinet. He cannot, Mr. Speaker. This is a very serious national issue.
Thank you, leader. Thank you.
My finance minister must come here. He can't live in the comfort of his office and be making announcements. Mr. Speaker, very well. He can't be making announcements in his office and leave the House of Parliament. So he should come.
Thank you, leader.
I'm say no your announcement must be press conference. Need the same thing. Minority leader. Mo your press conference. Go you na only do press conference. No we mo go share test confer. One na one de nene sa ho. Na say oye ne de na so ye mo dia. Na say mo ni say parliament ho. Ana de mo na mo be gbogbo hu parliament no. Mo di kan be press conference re no. Say ne de ne hu hia mo so mo de ne hu hia. Say oya we. Ayo. Na eno a go kan we na yes ye. Samson Ahi say David one na kasa he no. David mo say one Ato forcing. Ana so mo tum was na me chichire mo na chichire mo. Or see, they should explain why they borrowed 800 million to buy 800,000 tons of cocoa, yet purchase only 400,000 tons and spend the full $800 million. These are questions they must answer.
We find ourselves in this situation because under the watch of the previous administration, they took a facility from African Development Bank to undertake cocoa rehabilitation. They dedicated $350 million to rehabilitate 156,000 hectares. Mr. Speaker, do you know that the amount $350 million was spent, and instead of rehabilitating cocoa to the tune of 156,000 hectares, they did only 40,000 hectares. Only 40,000 hectares.
Why you are working free?
Mr. Speaker, you took a facility, $350 million to rehabilitate 156,000 hectares. The money was spent. The money got finished. They only rehabilitate 40,000 hectares. That was not enough. Under their watch, they went to Bank of Ghana and borrowed 700 million Ghana cedis. 700 million Ghana cedis in addition to rehabilitate 156,000 hectares. They did only 40,000 hectares. Mr. Speaker, they have a lot of questions to answer, to explain to us what they did with the rest of the money. Mr. Speaker, in 2022-2023, under their watch, they took a facility of $800 million to buy cocoa of 800,000 tons. And they said that they were going to use it, they were going to use 786,000 tons to pay for the syndicated loan of $800 million. they only delivered 400,000 plus a ton.
Oh.
And they couldn't deliver 336,000 tons. We came in, Mr. Speaker, to pay for this mess that they created under their watch.
A mess.
They should explain to us why you go and borrow money, $800 million to buy cocoa, 800,000 tons. You bought only 400,000, but you spent all the $800 million.
Where is the other?
Explain to us. What happened to the rest of the money? These are questions they should answer. Mr. Speaker, cocoa price in this country is not announced in vacuum. Cocoa price is announced based on the prevailing market price at the world market. Mr.
Eti motiwo na munim say askari na modi an ma mo so da ego say Afenyo mo bom against nti ana me se chima mo yate enti dwirim ene aburo we na mo ma MPP Bodi ya mo ba ye Afenyo ana the president John Dramani Mahama a order attorney general and minister for justice Dominic Akutinga yini say onko hwehwem onko ye forensic audit the oya investigation at Waso. So $800 million. You got to 800 tons of cocoa. You got 400,000 per each 800,000. But half of the 400,000 now, I ain't on. Says cano. Eh, says can afa. Why the dear? Why mun a chair Emma a come fee no bank account? The same party now on the causes our problem now. And then all of a sudden, are calling for equity. Now, young guys who call for equity must come with clean answer. Now, MPP, no, do you actually have clean hands? Cocoa for Bonina Mudio Mono. Brenna mo Breno, Munim Ubi, and Munim Ubi. And the funny part is that when they are accused of this, instead of them to deny and give a counter fact, they will just shut up. Means for my ampa. You are demanding that the finance minister to force and make accountability to parliament. Yet you could not answer. Say Mugoji 800 million. Estimate 800,000 tons of go man talk. Motor 400,000 pay. You will respond. You. Mode Munga China Muga could do. Anna miraculously. The chief executive officer of COCOBOD, Dr. Randiabi, one more, one carry. The agriculture minister, any deputy, honorable Erikopoku, any honorable John Demelu, Oman Cafe. I have here MPP for the Ahomati Cherem consider Meshema Confono. Afenyo all of a sudden you are telling us the roads. So why were you covering them? Adenti, Adanamu cover more. Munche Ghana for. Why was this information not let out? Yate scandal upon scandal, national cathedral there, SML deal, then, when the ante. When yante. I didn't hear. Hey, the movements that but Moody say a better. Moody see, you better say. Move for Bonino so. Said I be able to Mudibia. Omoba, no more jam life, Amamo. Afenyo man can kayampa, Sana Moye. You scratch my back, I scratch your back. And yet, that 2026 for you. Ghana Funi Breno. They say, and your political party, and your party colors, and your individual be. And you're supporting Ghana for God and country. So, whatever you do that is against Ghana, your progress, any development, share kai. Obe answer question party amaye. Now, John Jinapo, MP, the man Yape Kusegu, ono say energy sector minister. Papa said, you left this burden to the NDC administration. The least you can do is commend John Mahama or shut up.
My colleagues say that government should go and borrow and pay the cocoa farmers. That is what they've been advocating for. Mr. Speaker, it is this same borrowing that our colleagues took and eventually landed Ghana in the state of bankruptcy. At least history will teach you that when you are a landlord, it's better to provide food every day than to provide jollof rice one day and starve your children for the rest of the days. Mr. Speaker, what we are doing is simply attempting to balance the equation and give the farmers what is due them. I heard a ranking member say that you should forward sale. Forward sale is an element of hedging. But as you are forward selling, whoever is buying it is also forward buying. And he says that, look, we knew that the price will go low. So because the price will go low, sell the price or sell the produce today. If you are a buyer and you know that the price will go low tomorrow, will you buy it today? This is common tribe knowledge. This is common tribe knowledge. So this attempt at forward sale, it doesn't work. Mr. Speaker, when we left office, we had a complaint from the then administration that the debt was 19 billion. You told us that it was not sustainable. Did you not say that? Today you've taken the debt to 36 billion and you think that that is sustainable? If 19 billion was not sustainable, how do you think that 36 billion is sustainable? You had 8 years to deal with the situation. One, you reduce the tonnage because your revenue is a function of price and quantity. Even when the price comes down, on your revenue and your quantity shoots up, you will get that revenue. And so if you reduce the quantity from almost 1 million to about 500,000 and you couldn't even syndicate the loan and you leave such a burden to the NDC administration, and we are taking pragmatic steps to solve the problem, the least you can do is to commend the Mahama administration. If you can't do that, excuse me, Mr. Speaker, you shut up. This attempt to politicize this cocoa issue will not wash today, will not wash tomorrow.
When Asema John Jinapo catching minority in Parliament, we say the corner I day. Kase heat what a Japan. They say shut up, you never here. Notice I 7 was it young country almost MPP for no? Minority say almost shut up. Either so or maybe John Mahama Basso. Because some born in a see any na your one. Born in a good in a dear. And you won't even be born in the na ye clean your mess no. Now on some menya muff. And some me busa question say the NDC should answer, the NDC should pay. I say now I didn't know intellectual security me ethnic discuss distance. So yeah, parliament you know mokwa sa frivolous issues we be na most many time no on. No. You say war market war aswati and I nim. I don't know we as in I don't say a discussion. No, I don't get it. I don't know way as say a discussion. Billian say the politics. Kwianini ti wa osunu so only sikano. And the answer say mo di nka arrest the ho from November, December, January, February bu ne ewura no. Yentraye and all of a sudden there partisan politics. Cocoa farmer no of from home and them go no parliament all they care for so you bet you musiga mom. Na ye tumfutro go money. How do you sell something for about $9,000? Now it's what about 4,000, and you still expect the person to come and pay the same amount? No, in your common sense. More than I'm wasting time, sir. And the name of any parliament, I'm waiting Madi Hungomo. Any parliament, Mubati Madi Hungomo this way. Now, George Napo area Yanano. The MPP don't have any political message for Ghanaians, and are hoping. They are hoping to resticate their politics using cocoa farmers, but that will not work. Wesu a majority leader Mahama Ayerega
that the MPP doesn't have any political message for Ghanaians and is hoping to revive or resuscitate their politics using cocoa farmers. But that will not work.
Today's statement didn't go anywhere.
Mr. Speaker, what the minority leader is doing is a clear indication that today's attempt to use cocoa farmers to do politics failed.
He wants a second chance.
So he wants a second chance. He wants a second chance. Because if he had succeeded, he will not be looking for a second opportunity. But you've already made a statement. We have copiously debated the statement. There is nothing more that the finance minister can come and add. So let's leave it there. As for government policy can be announced anywhere. Once they are approved in cabinet, the Minister for Communication announces them. In this instance, because it is under the Minister of Finance, that was why the Minister for Finance announced the policy. So I don't think that the Minister for Finance will have to come here to come and answer questions or, make statements or provide any clarification. If you wanted, you could have asked a question, but you opted to come and make a statement. And I use the opportunity to read the Finance Minister's statement. The policy you complained was announced to the world without it being captured in the Hansard. Today, I make sure it is captured in the Hansard. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. So that in future, anybody conducting research on this matter will have the benefit in the Hansard of reading what the Finance Minister said outside this house. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
And thank you to all of you.
Majority leader say, and can't you say, Munia Semka Kawanu tum Munkamanun tum because Muni message. And Timuyi now, why a throwback to the time I'm not doctor at 2 force and deputy finance minister. Now, all three them say MPP for Eddie Ghana for Coco Abro. And the oil finance minister say a bit said you no so kind at that time. Not also at that time, not the price of cocoa. MPP were only paying 30% to the farmers of the FOB. Now mucha 30% depend on no mucha. But no need the NDC administration already say so no mobile power from 2025 aircraft. They will pay 70% of the FOB to the cocoa farmers. Now, men surprise you. Men surprise you. At 2 forcing, as it stands now, is paying 90% to cocoa farmers. Yet, according to Afenyo markings, NDC mum, and then the at 2 forcing mum, and the John Dramani Mahama, and I'm a cocoa for any problem.
So, first of all, yes, in Chad is the next pricing season. So the next pricing regime, is based on the price. So we look at the price now, a world market pricing at the time the next pricing season or start September 1st. Okay. So 1st of September, it will determine or it will be dependent on the world market price at the time in September.
So let's say 7,000.
So all what we are saying is that we are committing to give the farmer 70% of all FOB prices. So FOB price and whatever it is, we'll give them 70%. Today, they are giving them 30-something%.
But my 70.
70%.
Next one.
Say, Obi or promises Obi 70%. 90% assistance now. Now, Uda na Uzi Uye ni no. Na uche 30%. Abenti. Ana ono mo na say cocoa farmers adwuma. Enti on say e make minute. On say sense no dey. On say ni kwan senka parliament yes emre emo ni breman to kono omuko parliament ho. Now when John Dramani Mahama, John Ababio, John Kwame Nkrumah, John the joy giver, John the farmer. Papa no say cocoa farmers ye. Hwe the AC no eyemo ya. Enja me pen say beba no saa. Say better to musika so. Nemo baby edru no a necessary evil. Say ya anya samusi. Say ya so a in say be hamo. But I say now monka say mianga sanga me gina he. Menya acres baku 50. Njene me ni na do kokofu. Enti 50 good acres. Me John Dramani Mahama. Me so me cocoa farmer. Enti say de mo no do no. Mo do no. mo cocoa fu an nesigano yet so ebe hamono saa so pepepe no ono John Dramani Mahama cocoa na yatete price ne so no onzo be kan bi.
I want to thank Nana Kwesi. Andy referred to my own tree crop farm. Nana Kwesi gave me 50 acres of land, and I planted cocoa on the 50 acres. So I'm a cocoa farmer. And so when the price was reduced by government, it affects me too. I want to be able to empathize with farmers so that when we take any policy decision, we know that it has an effect on farmers and we feel it ourselves. If there's no fertilizer, if the price of fertilizer is expensive, I feel it myself because I also buy fertilizer. I recently acquired another 100 acres of land, and this time I've dedicated it to oil palm. And so we've planted the oil palm, we're putting in the irrigation system, and so I'm endorsing Andy's suggestion. When I'm going to do a reshuffle, the mitigating factor will be that you must have a farm. So public servants, ministers, priests, clergymen, traditional rulers, everybody, try and do some agriculture. Just next door in Cote d'Ivoire, almost every public servant, has a...
I'm saying, Apa, Odia Sempa Nabo, hey, Odia Sempa Nabo, 24-hour economy. Sa papa nani bra bre e agri business ho no. Agwa chama jai. Sa just me sure say at the end of the day bit manya about 300 acres. I John Dramani Mahama nimfum. Because now we are honorable Eriko Poku. I got to say the entire country onim obi a odo jene e John Dramani Mahama. And then 50 acres papa na ngase nanum tum. Odo e cocoa nkwanti o se cocoa fu mo pence no ono on feel just say oye president o feel because ono so ekuani te say mo a oni 50 acres of cocoa. I'm say baby aduro no afu no ini na de say yeko na me president mu a president mu a John Dramani Mahama baby ono waduro no so ono cocoa ada eyi no ba ka ho a na menu mienu chama he lezu walatin boot no na den sha se nkopensa ase yebedo sha ready die ni monyam ne John Dramani Mahama die ni monyam because he say kuya no ono wonye sika tam o sifre kunya so as a president a se Ghana be hwe no ni mpom na didie mu ni security ho dan obetena mu ye anse ni asama ne salary account ono kwa mbo do a na menu mi no sika yesi yenso yedi ese ne kwakwa ye kuya ni bi MPP any NDC fight abu our parliament all because of cocoa crisis na AC NDC for culture MPP was almost shut up abra MPP minority leader Afenyo Marcus koya gaga kakra say to force offering in the office wambra me answer question to parliamentarians na Samson Ahi say hey shut up John Jina Post shut up when me say hey shut up you dey so eti omo shut up omo komanu atum. After so move Mahama Christ ayekuani a over 50 acres of cocoa no asem na say afi ase the MPP for nim dem weka enis for say yenyamu yi e be dream rough Ghana mu be Ghana be for comment no to comment section na say adenti na minority for de bia no omgo prepare omo ho a na NDC for yi amwe majority amomadu money so ade no mu learn how to shut up no de bia omo ya ka omo so mo shut up. You're fine. And you're fine. For comment to comment section, I say subscribe, like it, share na unya, and you be ready no. Back up Maxi Billian. I will naked to Oldboga Prez Mahama. Bye bye.